Everybody, and welcome to the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 97. My name is Bret, aka Enigma9011, and you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma9011 every other Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join the chat if you're a sub over there. We'd love to have you in on the conversation. If you can't catch it live, that's a-okay. You can go over to YouTube and SoundCloud the very next week, where it's broken up topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday. Another solo episode, but I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys about some interesting topics today. And the first one is a big one. We finally got our PS5. So I wanted to talk about my impressions on the PlayStation 5. I was very lucky to get one. GameStop had bundles going on, not this week of recording, but the previous week, and I was able to snag one there. This was really my second attempt at really trying to go for the console. I was able to get one into the cart the first attempt, but unfortunately did not work out. This time was very simple. I'm not sure if it's just because they're doing bundles that they kind of sell quicker, sell slower, so like scalpers aren't kind of getting them or whatever it is, but it was very simple, just like any transaction should be. Click, cart, pay, done. Very easy. So we do have the PS5 now. Very excited to talk with you guys about my thoughts on the console. It's been out for a while, but obviously this is my first attempt or playing it at all. I've seen obviously people play games on it and footage of it, but this was my first hands-on experience with it. So first things first, very awesome console, very pretty in graphics and everything like that. This thing is fucking huge. It's giant. It's like if you went to school and like those 5 subject binders, the 3 ring binders, if you just shoved that full of shit like at the end of the year, and you're like, I'm bringing this home from school. Oh god, social studies in here, science, English, and you're just bear hugging this thing. It's huge. It's giant.
But like one that has the zipper all the way around.
Oh yeah, the zipper, like, and then
full size
it's so tight that like the zipper doesn't go the little extra bit. It's undone with the little bubble.
Yeah,
at the
it
bit.
could be used as a weapon.
Exactly. Huge thing. You can lay it down or stand it up. Either way, we have it standing up, but it's got the little stand too, so it's stable. Can't do it on its own. It's uneven. But yeah, so besides being just like there in front of your face, cool. Controller wise, I think it's cool. Nice design. This controller can be very interesting in how it works. Now you're probably asking, what the fuck do you mean by that? So each PS5 comes with a game already on it, similar to how the Wii had Wii Sports included. While that was a physical copy, this one's a digital copy of a game called Astra's Playroom. This essentially, it's a short game, maybe 3-4 hours tops. So it's essentially a tech demo for the controller. Now, things this controller can do. So nothing new really button-wise that, we haven't seen on previous iterations of PlayStation or just controllers in general. Something they added big is the trigger feature. Now, for the triggers, they've added some actions that can happen either halfway pressing or if you press it in full. And they can also, depending on the game, add tension to the triggers. So, for example, in Astrobot, a way they demonstrated this was through a jetpack system. So you would have, your right side, your left side, and depending on how you pushed and the pressure there would elevate you higher, and you would feel the rumble. The rumble's another feature that they've added to this. Now you're saying rumble's been part of a controller. Absolutely. I don't know what they have done hocus pocus wise, but it's called haptic feedback. So essentially you have the rumble feature, but even the slightest things like make a presence and stand out, and it's also direction based. So one example I can use from the game in Astrobot is rain. Now you're wondering, wait, you can feel the rain? Yes, you can. You can feel each individual raindrop in your hands with this controller. Now you might be asking, why do I need that? You don't, but it's pretty damn cool. It's going to be interesting to see how games, obviously as they come out, take advantage of this. Ratchet and Clank was one of the games that I was able to acquire with the console. Rift Apart, excuse me. And if you played any Ratchet and Clank, a big mechanic of the game is collecting bolts to kind of upgrade your weapons and your health and your armor, etc., etc. As you're collecting them, it's almost like a magnet feature in the games that they zoom over to you. You can feel those each like bolt going in there, which is awesome as well. I haven't played much with the guns in Ratchet, but I've heard that also interacts with the controller. There's a game called Returnal that's out where once again you can feel a lot of stuff in there. Papa Griffin chat says he's gonna chew up those batteries. As far as I can tell, now granted this was the first day, so I don't know how much juice it came like pre-charged with. You would assume full, but I don't know. I did kind of not deplete it fully, but I did use a lot of the battery that first day playing Astrobot for that 3 to 4 hours. Like I just played it one shot. We were having, a good time with it. So it did eat up a lot of battery there. It didn't completely die. Since then I have charged it once, I think, really, and it's been fine. So it definitely is going to suck up a little bit more power. Only time will tell. Now, for all these features, of course, too, you can turn them off. You can affect how much the rumble is. If it's too much and hurt your hands or just really takes you out of the experience of the game, you could do that. Also, obviously, just disable it entirely. So it's totally up to you. The interface, the user face, the UI for the PlayStation, kind of confusing. They did kind of help separate game stuff and media stuff, so streaming services, music, etc. So it's a little bit more organized there, which is appreciated. But if you played PS4 at all, if you hit the PlayStation button, it was very simple to kind of navigate where things were. So far, now I've only used it a few times, it's a little confusing to kind of find out where to turn it off. How do you find this? If you want to find trophy information, I got to back out to here, go to there. So, that kind of stinks. Granted, this is the start of the console. I don't even think it's a year old. And in past, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, UI, not bugs, but troubles have been a thing before in the past, and they've adjusted them. So maybe it's just that. Just give it some time. They'll figure out what works, what doesn't work. As for the games, like I said, phenomenal in how they look. So the games I currently have for the PS5 are Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Astrobot, which already comes on the console, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man Remastered, and then the last one is Demon's Souls. Spider-Man I haven't opened up yet. Played those on PS4, so I'm not sure if I want to dive back into it or, just sell it, move it on. Who knows? That's still, I haven't touched it. Ratchet and Clank looks great. Cinematics flow very seamlessly right into gameplay. Load times are a big thing here that this console generation is kind of wiping out of the way. If there is a load time, it's very quick. It's hard to say exactly how fast in comparison because I haven't played something that I've owned on or played on the previous generation, if that makes sense. So I can't really do that one-to-one comparison. But everything's very quick. Like I said, it was seamless from cutscene to game engine and playing, so that was great with Ratchet. Demon's Souls, technically a remaster from PS3, Xbox 360 game, I think. Looks freaking awesome. Colors are so vibrant. Everything has texture and looks lived in, and it's nuts. if you guys get the chance to look at any, like check out footage or whatever it is, I would highly recommend it. Looks crazy. I'm really excited to see, obviously, where the console goes from here. Horizon Forbidden West is coming out early next year. I think that's going to be, that was the big reasoning for wanting to get this console in the first place. That's going to, I don't know. I'm looking very forward to playing that. Mrs. G asked, why is the console so big? Technology should be slimming. That's a good question. A lot of people are surprised by the fucking size of this thing. Now, usually console generations, they will release originally and then kind of like progressively in the console's lifespan, they will release smaller versions of it. Like the original Xbox One was a little bit more chunky than the Xbox Series S, or sorry, not Series, Xbox One S and Xbox One X. Jesus Christ. And it's been the same. PlayStation 2 got a slim, PlayStation 3 got a slim. So eventually I'm sure there will be a smaller version of these consoles. Give it a year or two or whatever it is. But especially the power this thing has to pack, or that they decided to pack into it, that would be my big thinking for the size, along with fans and all that fun jazz. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm having a blast with the PS5. I just wanted to share my quick thoughts with you guys on the console so far. I'm very excited to dive more into the games, play some more Ratchet and Clank, play more Demon Souls, and then go from there. Moose is very excited. I don't know. No, it's giant. He hasn't poked around it too much. He was very excited when opening it, but that might have just been for the box. But yeah, there's my PS5 impression.